In the previous video, I talked about how our ability to set and maintain boundaries is really based in our sense of self-worth and the beliefs that we have about ourselves. And since the beliefs we hold are created by the stories we tell ourselves, it seems that taking some control over what those stories are is really the key to improving our sense of self-worth. We'll take a look at how to do just that in this video. Learning to tell ourselves better stories is a simple but powerful tool, and I'll outline that process of using that tool in this video. But there's an entire playlist on this YouTube channel that goes into greater depth on this topic. It's called Inner Critic Remedy, and there's a link in the description below. I've also written a book about this that's called Thoughts on Demand: Turn Negative Self-Talk into Unstoppable Confidence. You'll find a link to that in the description as well. But here, in a nutshell, is the process. The beliefs we hold are based on the stories we tell ourselves. The stories we tell ourselves are really just thoughts, just electrochemical signals in our brain. And when we repeat those thoughts often enough, they become what we believe. So the first thing we need to do to improve our sense of self-worth is to realize that the stories we've been telling ourselves, the beliefs we've developed, are nothing more than thoughts that have become habits. They're not who you are. They don't define you unless you say they do. They're not some otherworldly power like kryptonite that saps you of energy or keeps you imprisoned. They're just thoughts, just electrochemical signals in your brain. And the next phase in this process is really to uncover the lies that those stories have been telling you. You know, I have yet to encounter a disempowering story that isn't ultimately based on a lie. The lie is usually about how you're just not good enough in one way or another. Oh, the lies will dredge up all sorts of evidence, use all sorts of rationalization and justification about why they're true. But really, these are just very sneaky ways to call into question your inherent worth as a human. And that's the lie. It tells you you're unworthy when in reality, that's impossible. To understand more about that last point, see the video on perfectionism in this same playlist. Now, the third phase to improving self-worth is to come up with a new story you can tell yourself, a story you want to become a belief. The details of how to do this are in the Inner Critic Remedy videos, but basically, you want to speak truth to the lies you uncovered in the last phase. The fourth phase is to practice that new story, repeat it over and over until it becomes a habit, until it becomes your new belief. And when that new belief speaks to the reality of your worthiness, your self-worth will automatically increase. In a nutshell, that's the process. As I said, you can dive deeper into all these ideas in the videos in the book that I mentioned, and I'd encourage you to do that. But when done thoroughly, this process not only changes your self-worth, it changes your life. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Till next time, I wish you abundance and joy.